After these things, King Ahasuerus advanced Ammon, the son of Amadathi, who was of the race of Agag, and he set his throne above all the princes that were with him. And all the king's servants that were at the doors of the palace bent their knees and worshipped Ammon, for so the emperor had commanded them. Only Mordecai did not bend his knee nor worship him. And the king's servants that were chief at the doors of the palace said to him, Why dost thou alone not observe the king's commandment? And when they were saying this often, and he would not hearken to them, they told Ammon, desirous to know whether he would continue in his resolution, for he had told them that he was a Jew. Now when Ammon had heard this, and had proved by experience that Mordecai did not bend his knee to him, nor worship him, he was exceeding angry. And he counted it nothing to lay his hands upon Mordecai alone, for he had heard that he was of the nation of the Jews, and he chose rather to destroy all the nation of the Jews that were in the kingdom of Ahasuerus. In the 1st month, which is called Nisan, in the 12th year of the reign of Ahasuerus, the lot was cast into an urn, which in Hebrew is called Pur, before Ammon, on what day and what month the nation of the Jews should be destroyed. And there came out the 12th month, which is called Adar. And Ammon said to King Ahasuerus, There is a people scattered throughout all the provinces of thy kingdom, and separated one from another, that use new laws and ceremonies, and moreover despise the king's ordinances. And thou knowest very well that it is not expedient for thy kingdom that they should grow insolent by impunity. If it please thee, decree that they may be destroyed, and I will pay 10,000 talents to thy treasurers. And the king took the ring that he used from his own hand, and gave it to Ammon, the son of Amadathi of the race of Agag, the enemy of the Jews. And he said to him, As to the money which thou promisest, keep it for thyself, and as to the people, do with them as seemeth good to thee. And the king's scribes were called in the 1st month Nisan, on the 13th day of the same month. And they wrote, as Ammon had commanded, to all the king's lieutenants, and to the judges of the provinces, and of divers nations, as every nation could read and hear according to their different languages, in the name of King Ahasuerus. And the letters, sealed with his ring, were sent by the king's messengers to all provinces, to kill and destroy all the Jews, both young and old, little children and women, in one day, that is, on the 13th of the 12th month, which is called Adar, and to make a spoil of their goods. And the content of the letters were to this effect, that all provinces might know and be ready against that day. The couriers that were sent made haste to fulfill the king's commandment, and immediately the edict was hung up in Susan, the king and Ammon feasting together, and all the Jews that were in the city weeping.